Good morning, I'm Dan Starkey and I'm here in South Minneapolis, and we've just had some damage from rainstorms we've had recently, and I wanted to say a little something about the opportunity I've had to work with the Paul Davis people. My wife and I were sitting here one night talking about the problems we were having trying to communicate with our insurance company, and our dialogue with the agent and with the adjuster, and the phone calls are going back and forth, and because there had been a good many claims due to weather recently, they kind of had their hands full. They didn't know what to talk to us about. They weren't really sure how we were supposed to proceed, and it got a little tiresome. We were trying to decide what to do next, and my wife just got disgusted, and she says, "I'm just going to go down the street and talk to my friend Sandy." And she came back and said, "Sandy gave me the name of these people. I've got to go call this Kian guy because he works for a company that just kind of came to the fore. They rebuilt our whole roof and they were so nice." And so she did, and the fellow from Paul Davis called her back, and they had this conversation, and he came over here and looked at some things and did some evaluation of the dampness and gave us a kind of an idea of what the damage was. And when I called my insurer back, along the way in the conversation, I mentioned that we were working with the Paul Davis people. She said, "Oh, I know those people. In fact, we all know those people pretty well. No problem there. Whatever they say is pretty much the way it's going to go. So let us know what your next step is, and we'll be glad to be right there behind you." And that was a pretty good deal. I like that. It makes us comfortable. It's the way it ought to be
Based
done.
on your experience up to this point, Dan, would you recommend Paul Davis to a friend
Well,
or
I've
family?
already done that a few times. I've mentioned what a great relationship Paul Davis creates as soon as they walk onto the scene, and their interaction with adjusters and other people who are in the mitigation business has just been flawless. I like it a lot.